injured. One woman police officer suffered a fractured cheekbone and head injuries. No attempt was made to break up the party, but as it ended at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning, 28 arrests were made and the equipment for the disco and laser light show was seized as evidence, along with hundreds of cans of soft drinks. Substances believed to be drugs were found on the premises and have been sent for analysis. Although the police have received only one complaint about their action, there has been concern from some councillors at Basingstoke and from the National Council of Civil Liberties about the containment operation at Fleet Services and the roadblocks, and the depletion of normal police cover caused by such a big operation. The Assistant Chief Constable of Hampshire in charge of operations, John Wright, said they were acting to prevent breaches of the peace and were quite within their powers under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act to intercept those on their way to the party. These powers were tested in the courts during the miners' strike. The party was illegal because it wasn't licensed by the local authority and had not been checked for fire, safety or hygiene standards. He said the organisers of such events had no regard for the safety of those attending, and if they were not controlled, it would not be long before we have fatalities. Charges are expected at a later date against several people connected with the event. Thames Valley Police were also out in force at the weekend to prevent a similar event in Reading. They successfully stopped what the organisers described as a dance party in a disused furniture warehouse in Loverock Road. About 2,000 young people were expected at the event, but they were turned away and no arrests were made. One of the organisers, who lives in Essex, is on the line now. Michael Alexander, there have been claims that such events are a threat to law and order. You presumably wouldn't accept that?
No, I wouldn't. I don't believe that they are a threat to law and order, as long as the events are properly and professionally managed.
You say this, but one of the main claims is that they're not licensed by the local authority, they're not subject to general safety checks and especially fire regulations.
Well, the fact that they're not licensed doesn't make them illegal. The fact of the matter is, as long as they're well managed, as we believe our events are, then the safety aspect is definitely taken into consideration. We have fire officers to check our venues. Emergency access is always maintained to our venues, and parking is strictly maintained.
The other main criticism is that they are just a cover for the sale of drugs. Is that true?
No, I wouldn't say it was true. There are some companies who may use it as a cover for selling drugs, but this isn't the case with the majority.
Many people claim that it's exploitation of young people, that they're being charged between £15 and £25 for tickets and they get very little for it.
Well, our tickets are priced at £15. We can definitely justify that due to the length of the event and the fact that it is expensive to put on as good a show as we do, incorporating lasers, lighting, large sound systems and also live acts.
But the police and even indeed the government seem determined to put a stop to such parties. Do they have a future?
I do believe they have a future. Maybe not in their present format. Once regulations have been brought in, which we would gladly accept to maintain certain standards of them, I think the companies that can afford to adhere to those standards will survive.
Michael Alexander, thank you very much indeed for joining us on the line.